Hello, this is the second video for 5.1. The first video we just graphed the lines above, so you can check that out. Now, inequalities. Inequalities look like this, and this is your less than, this is greater than, this is less than or equal to, and this is greater than or equal to. So less than, some people confuse, I should put these over to the side, which is which, which one's less than. And one way to think of it is, do you see that looks like an L? So maybe that's L for less than? I'm not sure. Now, how you would memorize that. I just have it memorized that that's less than, that's greater than, that's less than or equal to, and that's greater than or equal to. Over here, I want you to recall graphing inequality. So this first one was x is less than 2. So you draw a number line and look at 2. It's right here. And this is saying x is less than 2. So that would be everything to the left of 2 is shaded. Now it doesn't say equals 2, so it's open. All right, so that's why I have the word open here. X is greater than 2. It's going to be the right shade. And it's open because it doesn't have an equal. Now, x is less than or equal to 2, it's to the left, but we have a solid point here. So that's considered closed. And these are also called boundaries. This is a closed boundary of this set here. Very formal. X is greater than or equal to 2, shade to the right, and then this is a closed circle because of the equal. So that's a little review of something that you may not remember. And now we're going to do this in 2 dimensions. So we have y is less than 2x plus 1 for number 5. Number 5 here. So I'm just continuing the notes here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, those were just vertical line and a horizontal line. So 5 is y is less than 2x plus 1. Now to graph this, it's going to be the line, and it's going to be shaded on one side of the line or the other. And let's remember that this is less than. And it's also going to be an open boundary. Open, because there's no equal. Now first, we're going to graph it as an equality. So we're going to graph y is equal to 2x plus 1, except we have to make sure that the line is open. Now, that may not make sense right now. It takes a little bit of getting used to. But to graph this y equals 2x plus 1, we already did that up here. Right there. Right there. Remember? So I'm going to plot 0, 1. And I'm going to plot 1, 3. Right there. Now, what I mean by open boundary, so this is a 2-dimensional open, and that's going to be a dotted line. That is what's considered an open boundary in 2 dimensions. Whereas up here, open was just a circle, but now that we've added another axis, we have to think of this as a dotted line instead of an open circle. Now we're going to shade either on this side or that side, just like up here where it was open. We shaded either on this side or that side, depending upon this less than or greater than symbol. Now, to check for shading, go back here. Shading. To know which side to shade on, you go back to your inequality, and what I do is I do a test point. So test point. To see if that point that I plug in here, or substitute in here, if I use proper language, makes this true or if it makes it false. So the test point, we're going to test something over here or something over here. Some point. There are many points to pick from. One of my favorite points is 0, 0. So I'm going to test 0, 0. You can test any point you want, as long as it's not on the boundary. Let me mention that. So we're going to decide if we shade on this side or this side. Test point. So I'm going to test the point 0, 0 into this inequality. So you want to plug it into that inequality. So this is your x and this is your y. So it's going to be 0 is less than 2 times 0 plus 1. So did you see how I plugged in the 0, 0 into the xy positions here? And now I just simplify, and the right-hand side I have 1, and the left-hand side I have 0. Now, it's asking, or it's stating what we have written here, 0 is less than 1. Is that true or false? True or false? 0 is less than 1. So you see how you have to know that that says is less than. You got to be able to read that. 0 is less than 1. That's true. So it's true. When it's true, you shade on the side of the 0, 0. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. So true, that test point that we put in made that inequality true. So we shade on the side of 0, 0. Okay, shade on the side of 0, 0. All right, what does that mean? All right. 0, 0, which side is it on? It's not on the left side, it's on the right side. So this is the side we're going to shade. We're going to shade on this side because it was true. Now shading, you can shade all you want. What I recommend is that you go up to the line. I'm going to already start you with doing proper shading and pull away from that line like this. So this is the two-dimensional equivalent